fine, babe. It's just a good tuck.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
At the end of the first round, Ella, Jay and Michelle are on 5 points, and Adam, Jackie and Des are also on 5 points. Teams are given 3 versions of an unusual musical fact, and you must decide which version is true. OK, Ella, Jay and Michelle, here is your fact. AC/DC's Bon Scott told bandmates Brian Johnson's performance was amazing after seeing him, A, collapse screaming on stage with appendicitis attack, mistaking it for part of his act. B, perform his entire set with a full haggis and 2 pickled eggs down the front of his pants. Or C, knock a heckler unconscious with a well-aimed lasso swing of his microphone. Which one is the true one?
I think Bon would have been threatened by the haggis and eggs down the pants because that was Bon's act.
Oh, yes, you're right.
So,
Competition.
have
So
you
you
seen
should have
that?
done, Jay, in the photo before. Just shove it down.
It was a cold amphitheatre.
Sorry. Oh, look, I think the haggis and the eggs is just too, like, oh, he's Scottish, he's got haggis down his pants. What, too obvious?
I don't think it's that, but I think, I hope it's the collapse with appendicitis. And Bon, bless him, who was not the sharpest pencil in the old... Wonderful performer, but I love the idea that Bon would have thought that was just the best act he'd ever seen.
Yeah, and I also think the sounds that would be coming out of him would be very similar to him just as he's singing. You know, it's very close, like that.
Yeah.
And also, people would have been knocked out with microphones at almost every gig in
the 70s.
In the UK in the 70s,
Yeah.
in a pub or whatever, you know.
No biggie. So we're going with collapse with an appendicitis attack, mistaking it for his act.
hope
Please.
You are correct. It was A. So Brian Johnson took over from much-loved frontman Bon Scott after Bon had led the band for the previous 7 years. Can you imagine the pressure that Brian must have been under replacing someone so loved by Australia after 7 years? I can't even begin to imagine what that would be like. OK. Adam, Jackie and Des, here is your fact. In 2011, Daft Punk were given the honour of A, having the northeast leg of the Eiffel Tower named after them, La Jom Daft Punk. B, being immortalised with their own limited edition box set of Coca-Cola bottles. Or C, playing a one-off underground show for the scientific team at the Large Hadron Collider just outside Geneva.
Jackie, you have a physics degree.
I do.
Do you hang out with, like, the physics people? Like, do you talk to the Hadron guys?
I'm not the Hadron guys. No, I'm not kind of that far up in the physics fraternity.
Can you tell me what it does?
It just accelerates... really?
Yeah, no,
It accelerates particles to speeds close to the speed of light and then smashes them together and sees what comes out the other end.
Well, I mean, they are French, so the Eiffel Tower is plausible.
Yes.
And they're very commercial, so the
Coke
Coca-Cola
is
is plausible. I
Hadron.
once blew up my speakers in my house with Daft Punk.
Nice.
Because they did the soundtrack to the Tron movie, the Tron sequel, and so I sat down with my 3D glasses on in my lounge room, and like, oh my God, this is going to be the best. I'm going to turn it really loud and not have the dialogue on. And the first time, like, a spaceship kind of went, like, my subwoofer started going, I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe not that loud.
You are leaning toward the nerd one then, I guess.
Yeah. I think we're going to... Do you reckon? Yeah, we're going to go with C, the Hadron Collider gig.
Locking in C. OK, the correct answer was B, being immortalised with their own limited edition box set of Coca-Cola bottles. Now, Coca-Cola also recently released a limited edition Taylor Swift Diet Coke can. Every time you open one, a special edition Kanye West Coke can runs out, knocks it over, tries to pour itself down your throat. Also, if anyone is interested in buying the Daft Punk bottles, they're on eBay for $15.
Really?
Yeah,
$15 bottle of Coke?
Yeah, still cheaper than the airport, so it's fine. Now, Jackie, Daft Punk, they're French but sing in English.
Yes.
You speak English but sing in... Wagner was German?
Yeah, Wagner was German, so we're usually German, French, Italian.
Do you need to be fluent in the language?
You do, and I'm better now than... now I'll translate every word and know exactly what it means. Back in... There's a story from my early career when I I did a show and, of course, just did a vague translation of what the whole scene was about. So at any point, I didn't know exactly what anyone was saying, but I kind of had an idea of how the scene ran. So I would just look at someone and go, oh, hang on, maybe that's a sad thing. It's the best review I ever got in my life. It was like, you know, Jacqueline Dark can portray 17 emotions within one phrase. Because I don't know what's going on.
Now, because Des, you're living in China at the minute, or last year we were living in China.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and so you're doing gigs in China in Chinese?
Yeah, I was there. I went there for 1 year with no Chinese to, at the end of 1 year, do a gig in Chinese.
Oh, wow.
How is that doing material? Because would you have to change the wording of the jokes as well? Not just the order. You have to change the order, though.
Oh, you have to change everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, because it's a tonal language, so I just wrote jokes that related to China.
So,
And none of them had anything to do with the Chinese government. It's the safest material you could ever possibly
so
hear.
you speak Chinese. Can you teach us some Chinese now?
Oh.
Okay, if I asked how to order a meal, how would it work?
Oh, like if you go to a Chinese restaurant tomorrow, I'll give you like a meal to order,
Yeah.
right? If they say like, what do you want? You can say, 6十四号.
Leo, just what?
6十四号.
And what's that?
Number 64.
Okay, at the end of that round, the scores are Adam, Jackie, and Des on 5 points, but Ella, Jay, and Michelle in the lead on 6 points. Teams have to listen to the songs being played here live and buzz in when they know it. Tonight, your songs will be performed by Lounge Exotica outfit Hetty Kate and the 2020s. Give it up for Hetty Kate. First song, when you're ready, Hetty. Yes, Jay.
Ever fallen in love with someone by the Buzzcocks?
Well done, 1 point for you guys.
We had to get to the chorus.
Yeah, it's so good. I just didn't want
We
that
could just
to
have an
stop.
agreement to not buzz in for like ages because I think our versions are actually better than the actual.
Okay, next song, Hetty. Yes, Adam's team.
Jackie, you know.
Perhaps.
And next song, please, when you're ready.
Ooh, Malika.
Yes, we have Adam.
Is that The Godfather?
It is the Godfather thing, yes. From the Godfather, Speak Softly, Love. And your final song.
Sorry,
Adam.
Yeah, it's Wrecking Ball.
It is Wrecking Ball by Miley
I love that.
Cyrus. Now,
Wearing way too many clothes to do that song. Especially him.
round of applause for Hetty Kate and the 2020s. So locked this round. The scores are Ella, Jay and Michelle on 7 points, but Adam, Jackie and Des in the lead on 8 points.
Really good round. That was a good round.